Frankfort is only a few months away from the end of an era, more than 100-year-long era.
And the village is poised to abolish its police department at the end of the year. They've had its own department for more than a century. News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris reports on why it's being closed in your top story tonight.
The mayor of Frankfort has only been in office a few months, but he says the decision to abolish the village police department has been years in the making, and not an easy one.
We spent the better part of 3 years between this administration, the last administration, and from what I've heard, countless administrations before, arriving at some sort of option to get the police department, to keep the police department, to not have to get rid of it at all.
Money is one factor. The mayor says when adding up the costs of the police department, personnel, contractual services, retirement, and health insurance, it's more than $500,000, more than a quarter of the entire village budget. But it's not only about money.
We put out that we have jobs available, and no one applies. If we start losing people, to retirement, or somebody gets injured, we don't have coverage. We have to rely on the town anyway.
The PBA made a Facebook post about the plan, warning villagers that they'd lose dedicated patrols and foot patrols in the village, experience increased response times, and lose 24-hour protection. The mayor says they would be covered.
The law states that if we close our doors, let's say right now, then by law the town has to cover the police presence for the village. And that's just how it is. Like, we don't pay them any extra money from the village, and that they just assume control over it. And they're a bigger police force. They're twice the size of us, so there's no sense in consolidating. They just take it over.
The mayor says the town is aware of all this. As for the 3 full-time officers, full-time retiring sergeant, and part-time officers,
there's jobs everywhere right now, police department-wise. Everyone is hiring. And we've actually had one of the chiefs in the area offer to take all 3 of them. All 3 of the full-timers.
There will be a public hearing October 7th. The mayor hopes people who live in the village will come and be heard. Right now, the plan following that is to adopt the local law through a resolution, notify the state and fulfill other legal obligations, and dissolve the department at the end of the year. Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.
We have reached out to the Police Benevolent Association and the town supervisor. We are waiting to hear back.